What is up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another watch along here on the Cup Chasers podcast. That's right. Newcastle are hosting City again in the FA Cup this time. And of course, very, very interested to see this one, see the approach. And in fact, I have yet to peep the lineups. Of course, I've been glued to the unfolding drama down at Wrexham with Chelsea failing to really exert themselves, and they're in overtime now versus the Hollywood heroes, we'll call them. But we, of course, will focus in to the Northeast. Up first, we will take a quick gander at these starting lineups. I have yet myself to look at them. Like I say, been fixed on the action. So go ahead and smash up those likes while we're doing this. Of course, every time, I certainly appreciate you being here. Make sure you are subscribing as well. It would be an honor, a pleasure to welcome you to the community. And of course, I want to know what you're thinking down in that comments section below. The community. We got James Trafford in goal, of course. Mateus Nunes, Kuzanov, Stones, and Ake across the back, just like my man Nez called on the pod on Wednesday. Nico, Reinders, and O'Reilly in there as well. Savio starts. The main Brazilian, the main man at Manchester City, finally getting the minutes he deserves there with Marmouche and Doku, of course, in there as well. Wow. Nez is going to really love that. Nez is absolutely going to love that. We're going to have to give him some good ribbing, of course, especially if Savio scores today. That'll be awesome. Then, of course, I thought Nick Voltamata was injured. Oh, news to me. Look at that. Aaron Ramsdale at the back. Trippier, Botman, Chow, Hall, Tonali, Willick, and Voltamata in there in the number 10 role, which is not smart, but there you go. What are you going to do? Harvey Barnes also getting the deserved start after the absolute banger versus Manchester United, and Anthony Elanga as well on the other side. So looking like we could have a proper cup tie on our hands, people. An absolute back and forth basketball match is what we're hoping for in this one, people. So strap in. Strap in. We might be in for a good one, people. And I do have the Chelsea game here on my left in the extra time, so I'll have an eye on that as well. Chelsea have been poor, to be honest with you. They have definitely not been at their sterling best, and so have struggled to get this one over the line. They're putting the pressure on here, though, in the first period of extra time. As we tune in to St. James's Park, they're walking out onto the pitch. All righty, people. All right. Hey, Jude ringing out in the Northeast. Has Chelsea scored? That looks like a Garnacho celebration sitting on the rail. I believe so. And it's heartbreak for Wrexham. And it's Garnacho. He's on sides. Yep. It'll be interesting to see how Voltamata plays the role. I think it's a dumb role for him, honestly. In behind Osula, or maybe he's got us all fooled, then Baltimore will be the farthest man forward. Obviously, if it were me, that's what I would be doing, but what do I know? What do I know? I'm not the only one saying it, however, but interesting to analyze Stone's fitness. We'll see how Ake does. I think this will be an interesting game. Should be fun. Certainly why I'm doing this watch along. Going to be one of the tie of the round for me. But this Wrexham-Chelsea game, it's been a good one. There has been a red card. Not to Chelsea, though. Fortunately for them. And they'll just, what is it, 23 minutes left? They'll probably just, you would think they'll see this out from here. You would think, but it's going to be a fun one at St. James's, regardless. As they're walking out. High fives, slap hands all around. Do the Man City players look nervous? They look maybe a little iffy. What's this, the fifth? This will be the fifth game between these two. Pep already scratching his head. You love to see that. You love to see it. I think Newcastle got something for him. I absolutely think they do. Most of them just hoping for a really fun game. Hoping for a fun one. All right. Looks like we're about underway in Newcastle. There it goes. Ball rolling. And we've already forced. There's Kieran. What's up? What's up? I got a feeling. I got a good feeling today. I got a really good feeling today about this one. It's been a good day so far. It's been a good day so far. Oh, snap. Chance for Wrexham. Newcastle, here's Alenga. Ball across. Phantom foul already given for no reason. Hey, you know how I feel about Aaron Ramsdale. That's my man. I think he's going to do just fine. I think he's going to do you just fine. Let's go, Oldcastle. Oh man, Kieran, is there an Oldcastle? I know you're from you're the Newcastle guy. I mean, is there an Oldcastle somewhere? That's not a question I'm sure of. Here's Tonali. Overlap. The cross is in. Stones can clear. First corner for Newcastle. Second one, actually, I think. I think Sarah's just messing around anyway, Kieran. Outswinger here from Trippier. The German Jack Sparrow's in there. Here he is. Ball across. Yeah, I think we'll just leave the ancient castle alone. There you go, Langer. That's good D. It's good tracking back. Or is that Joe Willock? Same applies. Same praise applies. Ramsdale sorts his feet out. You know what? I didn't even notice that. Oof. Reinders in behind. He's the Pirates' son. Barca is on Tuesday, Kieran, but by the looks of this lineup, I mean, it's either like he wants to go for both or who else is there kind of situation, you know? It's kind of the same with City. There's not really like, it's like maybe sort of rotated. I expected Foden to play, but I guess Foden's out in the cold at the moment. Interesting to see what kind of positions Voltamata takes up relative to Osula. All right. Kuzanov's such a good defender, man. He's got the speed. He's so fit for Pep's highline madness he's doing this season. There's the Brazilian wonder kid with a good touch. Here he is again. Orange boots and all. Lightning fast. Lightning pace. Look at this guy. Go. It's good D. O'Nally. Hey, it's given away twice in a row, and Willett comes away with it. 3 giveaways back to back to back. A short field here for City. Slow is the pace of passing, as you might expect. The best Brazil's got to offer right here. Here he goes. Tackle by Harvey Barnes. Chelsea look like they've gotten control of that one. It'll be an in-swinger here. City's first corner of the game. Not really pressing on Ramsdale. Look out for the runners. Here comes the in-swinger. It's not very good. And they'll give him another chance. Harvey Barnes stands him up. 1v1. Back it goes. Reinders helping out. Taken from Marmouche. Well done, Lewis Hall. He's definitely going in the England squad, you would think. Anthony Alanga trying to run past people. Can't believe he doesn't get the foul for his dive. Oh, he can't believe it. Kieran, they're all bad, brother. It is a sad but unfortunate reality in the Premier League. And so now in the FA Cup as well. At least there's VAR this weekend. At least there's VAR in this one. Not, there wasn't last time, and it was a disaster. Savio just drifts by, just glides past Lewis Hall. I mean, what a player. What an absolute incredible player. Nez should just be so grateful for this player. Oh, and Savio, how unlucky. So unlucky. That's got to be a yellow card. He's ripped it into, yeah, of course. Of course he's not going to give a yellow card for time wasted or kicking the ball away. Why would he? Exactly the type of start you would expect from these familiar opponents. I don't know about that. Voltamata's lucky. The German Jack Sparrow, somewhat fortunate to get the foul there. Old Ramsdale will hit this one long. And how long are we going to take on this free kick here? Arsenal are getting called out for time wasting and whatnot on free kicks and whatnot. It's been a minute since the foul was called, but we don't talk about such things. We don't speak on such things. Alenga going at him. Have a shot. Right at Trafford, well behind it. Decent look, no spin, not enough curl. Right at the goalkeeper. Ooh. Newcastle, of course, pressing high. It's what you got to do versus City. That's well done. One well. Voltamata wins it. Oh, the attack slows. And it's halftime of extra time at Wrexham. Unfortunately, they're down a man. Chelsea up a goal. 15 minutes to do something about it. Kind of a cautious start, you might say, from both at St. James. Perhaps both with an eye on Tuesday. As you might expect, both playing possibly the two biggest clubs in the world. Definitely the biggest two in Spain on this Champions League match week. And Osula might be in behind here. He can keep it from Kusanov and sort his feet. Harvey Barnes! No. Kusanov does just enough somehow. And Osula can't sort his feet out in time. Oh, the first touch just bobbles it up for him. Harvey Barnes almost gets there. It's good work. Stones and Kusanov. Oh, so it was Stones running with him, yeah. Kusanov with the diving, sliding tackle at the end. It does result in a corner. Come on, dunk it in. Dunk it in. Here comes from Trippier. Also is up to the back post. Woo! Cleared off the line there. It's still in there. Oh, Willock trying to get fancy. Calmly done by the captain. What is that from Trafford? Barnes just puts Trafford off him. Is that Nico Gonzalez on the line? Yep. The midfielder. Making sure he is back for the goalkeeper there. And City dodged that bullet. Certainly not looking comfortable there at the back. You love to see it. And they've given it right to Mr. Daniel Byrne. And that is lovely. The crowd likes it as well. That's a good pick out from Ramsdale. That's a very poor pass from Voltamata. Woof. Doku skips past a man, but then goes backwards. City patiently finding their way into the game. Perhaps still looking. Here's Stones. Also level make Trafford hoof one. Right out of bounds. Well done. Well done. They'll take that all day long. You can see the lines creasing Pep's forehead on that one. And Ramsdale hits it right out of bounds. There you go. Take it back. Nope. Doesn't want to throw it in. There we go. There we go. Hey! So Nolly just leaves Ake in a heap. It might be a half dive. Referee's got not really wanting any of the bull you know what today. Letting stuff go a little bit. It's a good tackle. There's Harvey Barnes. Reinder's not happy with it. Definitely shoves him in the back. I want to see the replay of what Tonali did to Ake just a second ago. That's definitely a foul. Definitely a foul on that one. All right, Mr. Byrne. Nope. We'll leave it for Ramsdale. And you have to think, after 4 times playing City this season, that Eddie Howe would have worked out something. Would have worked something out for how to break the high line. Stones goes up over top everybody. Burn to the byline. And Chow perhaps should have done better with this one. I think Byrne might have been offsides anyway. Are the lights too bright, Eddie? How's having to do this number? Get the man a hat. Tony Pulis style. Savio. Oh, what a great touch. Oh, man. Savio is just so good. Oh, goodness. I love it. Oh, Lewis Hall battling really well. Does really well to spin Nunez. Yeah, I think Lewis Hall's catching the plane. He's catching the plane this summer. Is TT watching? I must be confusing Byrne with Botman. That's what it is. Number 4. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. They're both giant tree trunk dudes. Yeah, you got me. That's exactly what's happening now. Newcastle defenders, man. They're all so huge you can't tell them apart. Oh, that's a good ball into the channel. Trying to find the byline. Oh, what? I don't see how this is a foul. It's a coming together. They both went for the ball. Willicks hit the ground. Like, they both... It's a poor call, man. It's a poor call. Kuznov doesn't look excited. I like the high press. Put him under. Oh, well done. Well done. He's hit it right out of bounds. It's well done. Oof. That's good work from Botman. That's a good ball. Has he broken the trap here, Barnes? That's a good goal. Is he onside? Yeah? I think he is. I think the flag has stayed down. And it's no more than they deserve, Newcastle. They've definitely been energetic. A good start for the home side. And I mean, it looked onside to me. Probably going to be a close one. But that's what you love to see. You love to see it. Let's go, Newcastle. But see, that's how you do it. You just break the high line on the opposite side, and Harvey Barnes with a very good winger's finish. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a check here, and we'll see. I'm going to load up the graphic just to manifest it. I'm going to load up the graphic just to manifest it being onside. We're going to get it in here anyway. Onside, there it is. Boom! 1-0 to the Toon. 1-0 to the Toon Army. Let's go. Let's go. You're damn right he is, Kieran. That's what I'm talking about. And that's how you do it, man. Runs from deep, break high lines. Eddie's been listening. He's been listening to the pod. He's absolutely been listening to the pod. Runs from deep, break. Have Wrexham scored? Have Wrexham scored? Is it 3-3? It's 3-3 at the end of extra time. Wrexham. Here comes Harvey Barnes. It's all happening. Go on, Harvey Barnes. Has to check. Tonali's hit it into Rosette. I can't believe it. Wrexham have equalized. I think it's Kiefer Moore. It's a corner kick. It's a corner kick. Oh, no. Is he offsides? He's offsides. He's going to be offsides for Wrexham. Yeah, I think he will be. We'll see. The check is ongoing at Wrexham. Oh, that's so close. You have no idea. I have no idea what they're going to call there. Oh, his foot's offsides. His foot's definitely offsides. Here is also no Barnes this time. I think Barnes was offsides. It's going to be heartbreak for Wrexham, I think. I mean, to the naked eye, that looks. But see, you never know. You never know with these days with VAR. It's a long check. It's a long one, that's for sure. Just give it for drama's sake. We all want to see Chelsea go to penalties. Come on. We all want to see Chelsea losing penalties. Give it to them. Give it to them. Come on. Meanwhile, ball was still. Yeah, he's off. Offsides. The lines are drawn. Chelsea survive. Chelsea survive once again. Ball into the channel. Oh, that's great. Great control from Nunez. He's just off balance. Lewis Hall tracking all the way. Oof. Poor control. Still 5 minutes of extra time over at over in Wrexham. Meanwhile, Man City look for a way through. Doku, twisting, turning, trying to find it. Ball all the way across for Savio to the byline. Nunez was on the underlap there. Tonali does well. Tonali's in a good run of form. He's absolutely in a good run of form, Sandro Tonali. Lots of rumors he might be coming to a certain North London team in the summer. We shall see. Ball's low, not very good from Savio once again. I'm sure Nez expected as much. It's going to be 1v1 with Harvey Barnes, though. Little step over, gets the ball across. And there's a large Erling Haaland size hole in the box there for the men in sky blue. That's not a bad cross, though. It's not a bad cross. I'm going to have to rib Nez a little bit here. Just going to have to rib him a little bit. Savio looking amazing. Did you see that cross? Lewis Hall working hard as he always does. That's well won off of Nico O'Reilly for the goal kick. Good work from the left back there. Newcastle fans enjoying the day. Certainly enjoying the night out at the moment. It's been a good 23 minutes. That's a shove referee. Nope. Play on. Elanga and Trippier are trying to figure it out. Elanga going at the heart of the defense. He'll win the free kick. You never know what the ref's going to call. I'm not sure how that's not a foul, but the other one is a foul. Isn't one, but that is. But on we go. It's a good opportunity for Trippier to play a 15-yard ball because the line is higher than Snoop Dogg. I'm telling you, have everybody run, have a bunch of players running towards the ball to make City run with them and have somebody else running in the one or two guys running in the opposite direction and time it right. Just break the line with a deep run. City are trying to step because Voltemata and homies are running back and someone else runs through. It's very simple stuff. Not necessarily simple to execute, just like that half volley from Harvey Barnes has gone into the car park. Unfortunately, Cucurella time wasting here. It's a scrum, a melee, and a fight. It's more than you're getting at Spurs games this season. I like the energy, Sarah. I love it. It's the great Savinho. What a trap. What an absolute control that is. This guy is just... Mateus Nunes, Lewis Hall, well done. Well done, Sin. Well done, kid. And each time I've watched Newcastle recently, Lewis Hall has been very, very good. He's been very, very good. Time just slipping away from Wrexham. It's looking like Chelsea are going to see that one out. Ball with Doku here. He's going to try to find the byline. Cuts it back for Ake. It's lifted up. The Viking Giant isn't there, guys. He's not in there. It's very congested. The ball over the top goes out for another goal kick. Newcastle doing well. Pep likes it. Giving a clap for the team. Chance for Wrexham. Ooh. And it does look like perhaps there's an eye on the Bernabeu on Tuesday for Man City and Co. But that'll suit Newcastle just fine. Oh, Votman's giving it away. The Foden burn. Here's Doku, who just falls over like a wet fish. Well done. All right, Alanga. He's going to cut inside, and he's just giving it away to Savinho. That's very poor. That's very poor. Look at the blistering pace from Savio. Ramsdale forced into the save. Those orange boots, man. Ramsdale does well, makes himself big. And let's see if old Savinho can get it over the first man here. It hasn't been his best effort, either of the two City corners. Here it comes. That is better. Ake's up for it. It should be another corner. It is not. Goal kick, says the referee. The Man City players cannot believe it. Looks like Lewis Hall holding his eyeball on the ground. And you got to say, Newcastle haven't necessarily had to really work hard for this lead. They've broken the line a couple of times, took their chance, and they've been comfortable since. City haven't necessarily huffed and puffed enough to blow anything down. Ball's up. Who's going to win the second one? Who's going to win the second one? Johnny Stone's trying to put it down. That's well done from Mateus Nunes. Oh, that's going to be a foul. Savio. Savio. The Brazilian wonder lashes out in frustration here. Yeah, that should be a yellow. That should definitely be a yellow card. And João Pedro seals it for Chelsea. That'll be all she wrote. Chelsea through to the quarterfinals. Wrexham gave it a good go. Wrexham absolutely gave it a good go. They certainly did. All right, we got that one wrapped up. Now we got a full focus in on Anthony Alanga with the ball across. No one crashing that near post. Long ball. That's great control there. Alanga puts him into the channel here. Trippier. Doku on the defense. Referee is going to get conned by the dive. Nah, I think that's a good call. Definitely looked like a foul. Is that my man Burn? That's my man Dan Burn. He's getting warmed up there. He heard me calling for him earlier. Heard me calling for it earlier. There's got to be an injury or something. There has to be. Let's see what Alanga can conjure from this out swinging free kick here. Ball across does not beat the first man. You got to beat the first man, people. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, what color you're wearing. You got to beat the first man with the free kick. That's a great ball. Oh, just sailed a bit. Just sailed a bit. It looked gorgeous right off his boot. However, I think they're all offsides anyway. Yeah. Runs from deep, guys. Runs from deep will break the high line. Absolutely will. Thanks for being here, everybody. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're subscribing. And let me know if you think City can pull this one back or if you're very, very excited to see them drop this one and go out the cup in that comment section down below. It's a ball over the top. Doku's going to get there. Forced to check. He's going to take Trippier on. However, to the byline he goes. Ooh, that's a good ball across. Ramsdale does well. We know what Sarah thinks about it. I agree. Completely. The Arsenal badge, Kieran, it's actually a tapestry. It's just black and white on a tapestry behind me. It's hanging on the wall. Actually, I painted it on the wall behind me. No, it's like a tapestry. Ooh, Tonali overcooks it. He's gonna give it away, Elanga. Here's Stones in some space. Finds Savio, the greatest Manchester City player ever. Cuts it back. Doesn't get it past Lewis Hall. Nico goes for the toe poke. Here's Doku. Stands up. Well done. Good step from Osula. Foot race with Kosanov, but he's got a huge head start. Does the Uzbekistan international areas on the ball again. No one ran with us Osula. Nobody. I keep wanting to say oscillate. For those of you who are physics people, if you know, you know. It's a good ball in. Ooh, not the best touch from O'Reilly. It's up. Trippier does well. I wonder if Kieran Trippier is going to go to USA for the Copa. Reece James is probably in front of him if he can stay healthy, if I had to guess. Savio's seen a lot of the ball. Oof. Lewis Hall does well on that occasion. Does very well. Harvey Barnes gives it right to Nico Gonzalez. That's a good ball. Quick touches in there. Lewis Hall there again. There again. Gets the clearance all the way out. And screams at Osula for not being on it. Got to hold those standards. But see, he's up there by himself. Osula's on an island, man. You just got to get. That's a good touch from Voltamata. You got to get Voltamata the farthest man forward if you're going to be in a moment where you need to clear it, and have the faster guy underneath him. Get close to him to win the knockdown, but don't be the farthest man forward. The guy that's way better at hold-up play, i.e. Volta. There he is. There's Tommy Tuchel. Old TT. Yeah, you'd expect him to be at this one. You'd expect him to be at this one. I don't think anybody from Mansfield Town has a shot at the World Cup squad. Unfortunately. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me who wins this one. I guess I'm rooting for Newcastle, just because I would love to see City go trophyless again. But also, there's a little bit of I don't want to have to come up and play Newcastle again in this tournament either. So there is that. But yeah, I would rather Newcastle win for my homie Kieran. For my man Kieran, I would rather Newcastle win. Plus, to beat both Manchester clubs back to back for Newcastle, that's pretty big stuff. Pretty big stuff. Here's Doku. Ball across. Oh, no. Wow. It bounces off him. Wow. Oh my God, it's Savio. It's Savio. What a goal. What a goal. What a thunder strike from the absolute wonder kid. It's the greatest goal of a lifetime. Oh my God, what was that? Oh, wow, what is this? I gotta see this again. Okay, Doku's not closed down. They're giving way too much space here. Ball comes across, and it hits off of. Oh my God! I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hear what Nez says about that one. Oh, there he is. It just says, dude, he's so ass. Oh my God, that's hysterical. That is the funniest thing I've seen. Oh, that is so great. That is the greatest goal I've ever seen. Oh, that makes me so happy that Savio scored that goal. That makes me so happy. Oh man, I gotta text him back. That's so great. Here he comes again. Oh, that's a good touch from Reinders. Should have scored. He Oh, bro, that's the goal of a lifetime. What are you talking about? An absolute hyper beam. What a goal. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. What the hell? That's so funny. What are you doing, Ramsdale? Oh my God, he's put himself in all kinds of trouble. And Newcastle are finishing this half very shakily. Very, very shakily. Oh man, and Newcastle got to hold on here. The great Savinho with the ball across. His corners have improved actually as the game's gone on. Doku's gonna get in here. Savinho will get another chance to cross. He spurns it. Reinders gives it back to him. Goes for the shot. It's a beautiful one, but cleared away for the corner. Oh my God. And the chat's going off. My WhatsApp group with Nez is going off. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. And Aaron Ramsdale comes out to collect that one. Can you get the Tonali? It's such a poor ball. Such a poor ball. Oh my goodness gracious. Here's Ake. Here's Doku. Worked out to Savinho here against Lewis Hall once again. Tries to go to the byline. Lewis Hall does very well. That looked like it might have been a foul, referee. Savinho on it. Gets it back to Nunez. Spinning. Passing to Joe Willock. Botman can clear only as far as Stones. I forgot to put up the new graphic. Here it is. And also has gotten it. That's great recovery from Marmouche, whose name I haven't even called yet. That's a great recovery run. City certainly ending the half here on the front foot. Lewis says his goal was so bad, I turned down my Jello shot. And almost never right during games. That's how bad he is. That's true. That's Nez never texts during City games, but that goal was so pathetic that he had to say something. Colo Torre not exactly happy. The man, the myth. Asif coming in hot in the chat. Yes. Yes. Oh, God. I can't wait for the pod on Wednesday. It's going to be so great. The pod on Wednesday is going to be so great. Make sure you're locked in, people. Make sure you got that notification bell on. We'll be live, the Cup Chasers, on Wednesday with analysis, some hard hitting banter, of course. Hopefully, Savinho can have some more magnificence in this one. Oh my God. Asif says the man, the myth, the legend comes back from injury with a banger. Oh my God, it's hilarious. That's absolute gold. Oh my goodness. Here's Voltamata. Woo! City pressing him hard, pressing him high now. Forcing the turnovers, winning the second balls. Here's Nico O'Reilly. Might have been a foul. Ref says play on. Here's Tonali. Once again, not a great ball. Trying to get one over the top. Kusanov on the cover. Oof. Oh, and there's the halftime whistle, people. It's 1-1 in Newcastle. Oh, your boy Savio with an absolute belter. A banger. Oh, the goal of the season from Savinho. The goal of the tournament has Man City level. And it's been a pretty fun game. Took a little bit to get going, but eventually, I think after Harvey Barnes scored, it really kind of got going. Newcastle do well to break the high line, get Harvey Barnes in behind. It's a good finish to the opposite post. Keeper no chance. 1-0 to Newcastle, and then the Savinho magic show starts. Of course, just an absolute hyper beam of a bullet of a finish. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely magnificent from the Brazilian wonder kid. Oh God, it's gonna be so great on Wednesday. Ah man. But yeah, I think it was definitely a good start to the game for Newcastle. City were bright, Newcastle were defending well. They got their goal on the break. I think that Newcastle are still definitely suffering from Voltamata being out of position. That's one thing that I would call out. I've called it out every time I've seen them play. It just doesn't. He gets swallowed up by the game a few times, gets bypassed. And I think that it's much more effective for them to have him playing farther forward. It's very good D from John Stones when Osula got in behind. Very good D. That's for sure. High fives all around. Just got caught under his feet, that one. Could have, maybe should have scored. As we know, when you're on top of City, you got to put them away. You got to put the goals in. Newcastle did manage to get one, but the brilliance of Savio. And I think obviously the dynamic of the game is City have tried to come at them. Newcastle have broke at pace, as you might expect. Certainly with some efficiency and effectiveness. I don't know what James Trafford was doing on that one. Comes out and throws his arms at it like this. It's a weird one. Definitely a weird one. But Newcastle need to do more of the running with City as they step and then going. You need to get that opportunity more often. It's more often. It's there all day. It's definitely there all day. City have been getting it wide very often, looking for the cutbacks, looking for the cross. And they've done that with some effectiveness, of course. Savino getting the just the greatest hyper beam, ice beam, thunderbolt of a goal you've ever seen in your life. But it has been, as far as the City attack's concerned, it's been a lot down the right-hand side with Savino. Certainly has been. But as it is the halftime break, I will take a break myself. Much for being here. That's right. Here, it's halftime, and I really appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. It really does help the channel. So go ahead and smash up the like button. Of course, you already know the drill. Hype it up if you got any left. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It would be my pleasure to welcome you to the community, of course. And as always, let me know what you're thinking about this one in the comments section down below.
The Chiefs are saying, and what you've said for weeks about Man United, why don't they play countering attacking football? And then they did it, and they won. And what's City not good at? Defending counter-attacking football.
Mikel Arteta, you sir. Midfield a few times. Like people like hammering down the door. Like I can't I'm trying to work it through here in my mind, and I can't figure out what made him so great. All right, people, let me know in the comments. I want to know what you think the manager should do to influence this game. Do we need more of the same? Do we need wholesale changes, or maybe just a couple of little tweaks? Of course, thanks for being here. I want to know your opinion. All right, people, we're back. We are back. It's been a good day. It's absolutely been a good day. Definitely a good result this morning for the Gooners. Not necessarily the most convincing performance you'll ever see. Of course, we had a bit of complacency. I did put out a match reaction after that one today. Make sure you're checking it out. Make sure you're locked in. I do appreciate it, of course. And then if you're interested, Como did win. Another good win away to Cagliari in the Serie A, if you're paying attention to anything over there. It was a good win. But then Chelsea just now, breaking Wrexham hearts. A dramatic 4-2 victory in a game in which Chelsea were not great. They certainly were not amazing. But they get the job done. They get the job done and move on to the quarterfinals of the Cup. That's all that matters. Yeah. I think Wrexham were the better team. Went down to 10 men right at the end of the game. I think they were unlucky, really, to concede the second goal. Had opportunities to win it, Wrexham. But I thought, just the same as today for Arsenal when the starters came on, for example, for Arsenal when Eze came on, for Chelsea when the likes of João Pedro came on, they improved dramatically and ended up winning the game. And on the go in the Cup. And it's not unexpected, you would say. Especially and it's the same in this game, you know, it's not necessarily super high Premier League balls to the wall intensity, seeing as how everybody have massive ties in 3 and 4 days time. Flipping City playing Madrid, Newcastle playing Barcelona. At least Newcastle at home this week. But as we know over the years, flipping having to go to Barcelona for a second leg in the Champions League is a nightmare. It's a mare, as they say. It's awful. I remember a certain Leo Messi dunking 4 on Arsenal by himself. Messi 4, Arsenal 0 after one of the most famous nights in the Emirates era on our Shavin goal, getting us a 2-2 draw versus Barcelona. And we worked our ass off for that 2-2 draw. Like, gave absolutely everything for the 2-2 draw and got absolutely wrecked at the Camp Nou. Whatever. Absolutely destroyed. But here I am reminiscing about, well, I'm not going to call it the good old days. Good grief. But that's what Newcastle have in store for them. So you better hope they get something from the first game. Because, as Diego Simeone said, you know, having to go there after, you know, especially if they don't win, whew, you got to go there with a big lead. Because it's tough. Very, very tough. But I think Newcastle have had plenty of opportunity to see a high line. They've played New City 4 times this season. I mean, I haven't watched a whole lot of Barcelona, but the game against Chelsea was crazy. That high line they played against Chelsea was nuts. And Newcastle had a lot of chances when they played them in the group phase, as well as like the first game of the whole Champions League group phase. I think was Newcastle Barcelona at St. James. It was either the first or second game. I can't remember. It was a decent game. Marcus Rashford scored a couple goals, I think. So it'll be interesting. It'll be very, very interesting. That one, I'm pumped for Champions League. It's going to be so much fun. On Tuesday, Wednesday, this week, of course. And then we got the Cup Chasers podcast on Wednesday night after all the Champions League stuff. I need to send it. I absolutely have to send it. I want to be able to rest a little bit, or at least not to have to go high intensity balls to the wall in the second leg, so we can rest up for the final, which is in 8 days' time. It's here. The run-in's here, people. The Carabao Cup final is in 8 days. And I'm jacked. I'm pumped. Arsenal's first shot at a trophy. It's since the FA Cup in 5 years. The first chance we've had since the last time we went to Wembley. So yeah, definitely a good time to be an Arsenal fan. And like Kanish said, I'm not sure who I'm not sure. You know, there's certain. I don't know who I want to play in the. You know, if we get one of these two teams, so who I'm cheering for here today. I don't want to go to St. James again. Took a late minute winner. Took a last minute winner from Gabriel to win in the league this season. And it's not a happy hunting ground, that's for sure. But I think we could be. Well, the thing is, I don't know when the quarterfinals of the FA Cup come around, and no offense to Kieran, but I'm not convinced Newcastle can beat Barcelona over 2 legs, and so they might be out of it. And if they get through in the cup, this might be their only opportunity. It would be a long road for Newcastle to win the Champions League. It's a long road for anybody, but they would have to go through. That would really suck if we had to play Newcastle in the Champions League. But it would mean we've avoided Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, so I'd probably be grateful. Probably be grateful for that, to be honest with you. Imagine we get Spurs in the semifinal. That would be crazy. That would be unbelievably crazy. Well, that's dreamland stuff, of course. That's just the stuff of dreams. And is this the longest halftime of my life or what? Pep's cooking up something. Old Pep's cooking up something for him, that's for sure. That is for sure. Maybe he's going to bring Holland out. Surprise! Don't think that's allowed. Don't think that's allowed. But yeah, we'll be locked in on Tuesday. I'm not sure what the schedule is, but we will be there with a watch along. Looks like the City players emerging from the tunnel. Obviously, you'd expect the away side to come out first. Here come the Newcastle players as well. Yet to take note of any changes. Of course, I'm not listening to commentary, thankfully. But we will see. We will see. Next goal is massive. Next goal is absolutely vital. Savinho looks ready. He looks hungry. He looks ready to take names. The young kid. I mean, just the goal of his life. He's got to be confidence, just got to be riding high. The absolute goal of his life. Oh, my goodness. And here we go. Ball is rolling once more. First one into the channel. Marmouche is going to get there. Forced back, twisting, turning. Here's Ake. Doesn't appear to be any changes in personnel. And we start as you were. Nico Riley into the channel. That's a hard ball across. Marmouche doesn't deal with it. It's only cleared as far as Doku. Cutting in. It's a good ball. City starting quick, bright, technical, fast. Can they make it count? Newcastle keeping them on the outside of the formation. Be just fine with City having the ball here and do well to force them back. It's well done. And Voltamata being even deeper than Tonali is just weird to me. To the byline here it goes. And Marmouche can dunk it home. And it's not what Newcastle needed right out the rip. Oh, my goodness. And the blueprint's there. The blueprint is there. Go to the byline. Cut it across. Ramsdale misses it once again. And Marmouche is there to dunk it home. City lead 2-1 right out of halftime. And it's disaster for the home side. Yeah. Good run to the byline from Nunez. Oh, it's just past Ramsdale in a flash. Marmouche is never going to miss. And City lead. And it's a nightmare start for the Toon. Ball rolling again. 2-1 City. City. Here's Gonzalez. Newcastle definitely going to have to conjure something. Going to have to figure something out. Here's Savinho, the greatest thing since sliced bread. What a layoff. What a pass back to Nunez that was. Did you guys see that? Whew. And City will look to pass them to death. Just keep the control, set the pace, the tone. And I don't think Eddie will have necessarily had the plan for going a goal behind immediately after halftime. Press him. Go. Go. Now you make him hit it long. Make him hit it long. That's neatly worked to the left side from City. But they're not passing quick enough, and they'll have to hit it long. Well done. Can you win the second ball? Can you win the second ball? O'Reilly's on it. Down for Gonzalez. Wide for Shirky. Savino, I should say. He's going to run at the D. Cuts inside. Oof. And what an absolute thunderbolt that was. He's damn near ripped the cover off the ball. Here he comes. Cuts inside and damn near scares the corner flag. Pep, what are you clapping for? That was Pep loves what he sees, I guess, for some reason. Oh, goodness gracious me. It's one back here for Doku. Oh, my goodness gracious me. If he swings, he might miss, said the commentator. That's so funny. Nico claims dive. Referee disagrees. Eddie Howe squinting, a face he's used to making. Anthony Gordon looks on. Will we see him later? Lewis Hall with the step over. It falls for Savio. It's given to Voltamata. Goes for the shot. It's right at Trafford. Looked like he's trying to get some curl on it. It gets stuck underneath his feet. Doesn't get the right connection. Force him to hit it long. It's out wide here for Kuzanov. He puts it up. You got to win it. Lewis Hall nods it down for Tonali. Hits it all the way back to Ramsdale. What can they conjure? What can they put together here, Newcastle? Got to find something. Voltamata in the center of midfield is just killing me, man. That's just... Come on, you got to win it, Alenga. Oh, Alenga's been poor, man. Alenga's passing's been poor. It's just been poor overall, man. Ball around the corner. Oh, you got to look for it, though. You have to look for the ball, Mr. Harvey Barnes. And they force it all the way back. That's fine. City just doing a good job of making Newcastle work, making them run. Marmouche coming back to help out. And we'll rerun it. Find your man. And he hits it long. Can you win the second ball? Balku's on it. That's a good turn. It's a very good turn. Balku can't believe he doesn't get the foul. Can't believe it, man. You spurned the advantage. Advantage was given. Was not taken. Therefore, you don't get the foul. My friend Pep cannot believe it. He can't believe it. Oh yeah, he's gonna do the jacket. He's gonna rip the jacket off. He's throwing it down. He's not happy, Pep. We're getting to see that turtleneck. What? O'Reilly, quick feet. Harvey Barnes working hard. It's eventually going to be a foul. Oh, Pep's getting the yellow. Pep's getting the yellow for the gesticulations. Just looking at this one from Doku here. No, there's no foul there, man. No foul. Woof. Woof. See what Pep thinks of it there. That was just not great. He's going to catch a yellow for that. Referee not happy. Not happy whatsoever with the arm waving. I mean, I don't think it was a foul, but I also don't think it's such a big deal that Pep is upset about it. I don't necessarily think he needs a yellow because he's upset about it. He's whatever. Newcastle doing better in the press, making City hit it long, speculative balls. They have to do better when they win it, however. Voltamato just getting marked out of the game. Find him. Here he is. And again, spins. Doku brings him down. That's a cheap one to concede. The cheap one to concede. Pep's love and life. Get the big man up. Get in the box. Let Kieran Trippier put this one in. Oh, Pep is still going for it. Still screaming and yelling and hooting and hollering. The hands are still going. He can't. The rage is just filling him up. I can't believe it. All right, Tonali. City holding the line just inside the box. There's the cross. Who's running in? Willick! Ay. Former Arsenal man puts it out of the stadium. Ball is still rising. It might make it to the moon. Not his best effort. And he'll want to forget that one. Stones works it wide. And see, that's how it's done. Make him hit it long and win the second ball. Doku picking it up, giving it away. Play the line. Willick into the corner. Kusanov comes flying in. That's a good challenge. Kusanov's a good player. I think he's a good player. Very fast. Trippier just rips one to the other side. Lot of space in between the defenders and midfielders for Newcastle here. One into the channel. Alanga's going to chase. Trafford will bring it underneath. I don't like the green and pink keeper kit. It's not really two colors that I feel go great together. Maybe it's because it's associated with City. That could be it. Regardless. Osula, keep running, man. Who's going to challenge Stones? Nunez working hard, doing well. Savio. Such a terrible pass, man. Savio needs better service. And Marmouche will pick it up here in a dangerous position. Here's Nico Riley. Reinders, Doku. What's he got? Jinky. It's good D. It's still there, though. Back for Reinders. A touch. A Cruyff. Another touch. Defending well. Newcastle defending well. Forcing him back. That's well done. It's good stuff. Crowd appreciates it. Doku still trying to work it down the line here. City's still sticking to their get it wide, work the wings, try to find the byline strategy. Pep giving Doku an earful. Here comes Joel Linton, the hammer. Foul called. Doku's on the ground, falls like a sack of potatoes. Looking like Johan Wissa will be entering the fray as well. There he is. And it's Danny Byrne, my man. Also coming on. It's looking like it's a blue line change here for old Mr. Howe, or maybe Burns just getting some warm-up in. There he goes. He's got the jersey on. Tonali wins it in the middle. Falls for Voltamata, and now Marmouche with the shots. Reinders! I think he could have let that go. Reinder's shot was not on target, but Lewis Hall makes the save anyway. It's poor from Voltamata. And it's kind of right at Aaron Ramsdale. He punches it right back into the danger zone. Definitely think Lewis Hall could have let it go. Chow just clears rather. And it's a corner for City. There it is from Reinders. The in swinger. It's to the back post deep. Nico O'Reilly forces the save from Ramsdale. And that one needed to be made, I think. It's at least hitting the bar. At least hitting the bar. And it's Savio on the other side. With the in-swinger, here it comes. That's a better one to the back post. Nico O'Reilly once again. It's going to go out of bounds for another corner kick. And of the 5 corners Savio's taken, the last 3 have been pretty good. Not too shabby. And they'll make the substitution on this. They will not make the substitution. Here comes the in-swinger from the Pirate. Nope. We're going to stop play. Because when there's a foul on corner kicks, we don't call the foul. We just have a chat. And then we'll play on. And then we'll kick the corner kick. Because that makes sense. To Johnny Reinders. It's in the mix. It's out of the mix. Tonali hits it up. Who's underneath it? Doku don't want it. Also doesn't want it. That's poor from Willick. Also, I thought he was going to put it farther into the channel. Nunez actually had a decent game. He just goes by Lewis Hall like he's not even there. Jewish. The German Jack Sparrow has to cover and gets it out for a throw-in to stop the fast break. So Langa's coming off for Joel Linton. That's interesting. That's very interesting. How's that? That's a really interesting sub, that one. Osula's coming off. So Voltamata will push high. That makes sense. Or Wissa will just go in there instead. Trippier comes off for Burn. Is that an eye on Tuesday, maybe? These are kind of confusing. Kind of confusing substitutions. We'll see how it works out. Of course, Dan Burns going to play left back. He's got the armband from Trippier, so he immediately starts hyping it up. So Wissa's still down the middle. Is Willick at the right wing? I think Willick has gone to the right wing position. Why is Wissa not right wing and Voltamata forward? That makes no sense, man. Eddie Howe, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? Doku down the center here. Here's Nico O'Reilly. Rather, Nunez inverted. Here's Savinho. Back to Nunez. Here's Reinders. Newcastle got to find some energy. Here's Ake. Through the lines. O'Reilly. Lewis Hall can clear. Ake brings it right back. Ball through the lines for Savinho. Oh, my God. Savinho. What a play from the Brazilian wonder kid. Oh, my God. What's he doing? He's not even looking at the goal. He's not even looking at the goal. Oh, my God. What's he doing? That is absolutely insane. That is absolute insanity. What does Nez have to say about that? Oh, my God. Here's Marmouche. Deadly. Deadly. Marmouche with a deadly strike from the top of the box. Trying to show old Savio how it's done, and it's 3-1 City. And with Champions League on the horizon for Newcastle, that might be all she wrote, folks. That might be all she wrote. And Newcastle they must be sick of these dudes at this point. They must be sick of these dudes at this point. Marmouche hasn't necessarily been in the game a whole bunch, but he's got 2 goals to show for his efforts today. This is a great finish. Great finish from the top of the box. Ooh, Ramsdale maybe should have done better. But it's 3-1. City cruising. City cruising now. Look at how excited Pep is. Pep really excited for that one. Here comes City looking for more. Or Newcastle, rather. And there's still a fair amount of time. About 30 minutes left, but Newcastle haven't necessarily put up the fight we might have hoped from them today. But I'd be so sick of City if I were them. This is the 5th time they've played each other this season. I think Newcastle won the league game here, and that's it. Here's Doku. Oh, no. Oh, no. Savinho misses the ball completely. The Reinders can collect. Tonali chases him into the corner and wins it off of him. Referee calls the foul. But the strategy has just worked to a T all day long. Get the ball to the byline and cut it across the 6-yard box. I mean, they've just carved them open and done it. Drive the bar, cut it to the left, cut it right or left. The City have just done that all day long. It's just been – they should have scored more times doing that. The Poznan. There it is. City fans loving life at the moment. Quad's on. The quad looks well and truly on there for Manchester City still. But, of course, we got about 25-ish minutes left for the tune to do something about that. Here's Danny Byrne. Now Harvey Barnes, whose goal seems like a long time ago for Newcastle. Tonali looking for a long one in behind the high line. It's Lewis Hall all the way to the byline. Ake for company does so well. And gets it out for a deep throw in. He's going to walk it way back. Oh, I think he's getting a different ball. He's getting the towel. Got to have the towel, man. Got to have the towel to make sure. You got to get this over the... Can Lewis Hall get this over the first man? It's certainly not going to be an Ioti throw. Here it is. Nope. Can't get it past Ake. Tonali just hoofs it up. It's down for Willock. He's going to look for a cross here. Ake does well. Does very well. There's Nico O'Reilly. Marmouche just got 3 for company. Does just enough. Doku does well there. It's a good ball for Nico O'Reilly, and City can break out of this press here on this side. Reinders looking to get it going. Here's Savinho. Holds it up. And it's the City fans you can hear singing. Ball to the byline. Nunez on the underlap claps. And Newcastle got to be in a hurry here. Absolutely got to be in a hurry here. Does not seem like Aaron is. He seems to be screaming. Pope would have saved that. Newcastle playing like Spurs, huh? Some of the chat on my stream I'm watching. Not excited about the performance from the tune. And do they really think Dan Burn can handle Savinho? I mean, come on. Tonali coming to get it off of Ramsdale. Y'all got to get the ball forward, man. Nico O'Reilly sliding in, coming in hot. I think he's hurt himself. Ramsdale calling for it. Meanwhile, Willock forces the throw. Is he all right? What happened? He's up. He's walking, shaking his head. I don't know. Did he hit his face? Giving thumbs up everywhere. I hope he's all right. Anthony Gordon going to come into the fray here. 20 minutes plus stoppage for him to have his say, perhaps be the hero. Newcastle got to get one back before they can get the draw, get a second one back. Oi! They're not going to do it with that kind of pass. Right out of bounds. And you got to say, it's been all City here in this second half. Voltemata departs. And the Newcastle number 10 runs onto the field. Hair blowing in the wind. Looking like, is that the guy that's going to get him back in? I doubt it. Here comes Semenyo. I mean, Savio's going to get a standing ovation. What a performance. What a performance from the main man. Wiss is going to make Trafford hit it long. Can you win the second one? He'll hit it right out of bounds. That's fine. Have to be in a hurry, Newcastle. Referee stops him. Eddie says it's time for a sub. Oof. Both goals from Marmouche. Very good. Savio doesn't come off. He's got to stay on, get more goals because he's a machine like that. Here's Ramsdale. You got to play quicker, dude. Oof. Foul called against Nunez. Pep's pretty happy now, you might say. The lead looks pretty comfortable. If they're going to do something about it, it needs to be now-ish. Like sometime now-ish, today type is what we're looking for if there's going to be any jeopardy in this one. I think Lewis Hall's been half decent. Spins Doku there. Wins the foul off of Nico O'Reilly. I definitely think Lewis Hall's been decent. And I can't wait for this post-match comments about Savinho. That'll be great stuff. That's a foul Sir, how is that not a foul? Nico Riley walks away looking guilty. Lewis Hall can't believe it. Can't believe it's not a foul. Might have been a push in the back. Joel Linton will come down with it anyways. One over the top. Trafford heads it away. And that's how you break the line. That's how you do it. Gordon can pick this one up. He's going to get the overlap from Mr. Byrne on the afterburners. Tonali brings it across here. City fans chanting something about where's your favors. Whoa, it's a good turn. Willock spins Nunez, who catches him up. Willock's going to get the ball in anyway to the back post. Skips off the head of Ake, who wants a foul. Gabriel would have got it. Lewis Hall to hit the in-swinger. Waiting for the tree trunk giants from the back to get up for this corner kick. It's looking like we're running an Arsenal set piece play here. All the big boys very far at the back post. Here comes the in-swinger. It's in there. Nunez can clear it. Savinho with a touchdown for Doku. Now for Savinho, who gets absolutely run over. Joel Linton will take a yellow on that one. Yeah, bro, you knew you're getting yellow there. You knew you're seeing yellow there, homie. Man's got to protect the best player in the league. Ref absolutely has to protect Savinho there. I mean, he's just the cash cow for the whole league. He's just the face. Oh, man. And Joel Linton, of course, we knew the most likely thing that would happen if he played today was a yellow card. There it is. There it is. Savinho getting some treatment here. Just seems to be slipping away from the home side. And Philly Frozen's about to come in, enter the fray. Newcastle are in trouble here. They're in trouble here. Here's Livramento. Eddie Howe probably with a look ahead, with an eye on the Catalan Giants visiting next. And so we'll be taking Lewis Hall off, I imagine, for Livramento here. Savinho also departing. He's been amazing. Savinho's been a gentleman and a scholar out there. Oh, man. What a performance from the Brazilian maestro. 12 out of 10. Hands down. Best player on the pitch. Let's see what Lewis says to that. Straight trolling. 10 minutes here for Newcastle to rescue something. Does not necessarily look likely. Trafford here to hit it forward. Asif says it's right on target. My assessment of Savinho's game. I mean, what a match. What an absolute match. Incredible game from the kid. Also, trying to juggle it. That's a foul. Referee. Billy Foden comes onto the field and fouls Joel Linton immediately. And Ramsdale will come up to hit this one long. It's long. It's up. Who's there? Ball doesn't quite come for Semenyo. Joel Linton can win it for Newcastle. Here's Anthony Gordon. Got to conjure something. 10 minutes to go. Got to figure out some way through. City, of course, comfortable at the moment. Newcastle haven't really put them to the test in this second half. I'm not sure how much they're going to have in the tank, of course. How much they're going to be willing to commit, willing to make that extra yard, run just that little bit farther. Of course, with the situation almost gone at this point, the focus may be shifting. Focus may just be shifting. Why is there a 100 on his jersey? Is that on all their jerseys? I haven't noticed that. Livramento, it says 100, like right here on his jersey. Interesting. Here's Sharky. Might be the first time since he's come on. Undersells Nunez a little bit. Still gets there. Here is Stones. Ooh, Kusanov. Leaving it way late. Leaving it way late. Will get the call, however. City just managing, grinding it out, seeing it out. Stones will hit one across. Not accurate enough for Semenyo. Livramento working hard. Not hard enough. Johan Wissa asking for help in the press. Stones finds Shirky. Shirky likes to be wide, of course, so Nunez will be doing more underlapping. Oof, Gonzalez almost gives it away. Newcastle need to press higher, man. Giving too much space. You're down 2 goals. It's 10 minutes left. Maybe not even. Maybe not even, gents. That's a poor throw in, referee. Here's Ake. Foden with like his second touch since coming on. Now Sharky. Throws himself to the floor. Referee not interested. Clear from Botman. But it's going to come right back at him. City just controlling the game, managing it, keeping the ball, forcing Newcastle to chase shadows. That's what they do. It's what they do. Shirky gives it away. And it's now or never for Newcastle, as their FA Cup dream is just ebbing out of reach. Ake's worked hard, been decent. Here's Semenyo now with a chance to run. Joel Linton, don't get sent off, dude. Ooh, no way. That's a cheap one. That's a cheap one. Joel Linton's got to be careful with the descent there, buddy. I think Semenyo's bought this one, to be honest with you. Yeah, he's bought it. I think he's bought it. And they'll just take off even more time as we take into the 86th minute. Some Newcastle fans headed for the exit. Reinders arms raised. Here it comes. One away. It'll fall. Shirky hacks it into the crowd. He's still going here, Shirky. Still going. On he goes. Ake swings a leg. They're laughing. They're cutting up, carrying it on, having a good time. Shirky will move over for the corner kick duty. And it was a scrum. It was a melee. It was a youth team style morass in the box there, as it is now in the 6-yard box. Here comes the in-swinger from Shirky. Where's the ball? Can't find it. Harvey Barnes away. Not so much. Back for Johnny Reinders. And you got to say, like I said in the first half, when you have a chance, when you're on top of City in the game, you got to put them to bed. You got to put them away. Newcastle did not do that. And, of course, City came storming back. It's been all City in the second half. Newcastle looked decent in the first. Anthony Gordon just dribbling in the wrong direction. And then fires it at his teammates who can't bring it in. Reinders is giving it away to Barnes. Got to play quicker. Got to play quicker, do Newcastle. And if they could just get one here, might throw a spanner in the works. Joe Willock, step over, goes down, cons the referee. Looked like a dive to me. We shall see. It's a dive. That's definitely a dive. The slightest of touches from Ryan Shirky, but he's won the free kick, and they got to have it. Have to have it right here. Tonali looks interested. Newcastle fans making some noise here at the end of the game. Deep discussions, analysis, preparation going on there. And I say just rip it to the back post. Keep it low. Try to find the back post. And see what happens. It's going to be Tonali. It is low in the mix. Right back to him. Cleared away. And that is very poor from the resulting chip. Semenyo is going to get the ball in a lot of space here on the left-hand side. And he's going to power it at him. And then just holds it up. Wisely done. Wisely done. We're into the 90th minute. City in absolute full control here. There probably won't even be a whole lot of stoppage time. Kuzanov on a walkabout here. Hey, very lucky is he to get this free kick and yellow card combo for Jan Wissa, who I don't think touched him, but there's not much complaint from the Newcastle number 9. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Perhaps a touch more than I would have expected. Regardless, City in the driving seat. No need for anything funny. Gonzalez is just going to keep it here. He's just going to pass it back sideways. All the way sideways, I should say, here for Shirky. And City just doing what they do best, keeping it, making them run. Ball into the corner. Semenyo battling. He's going to get there. Oh, he spins Livramento very, very well here. Drives the post. Here's Shirky trying to cut a little bit of space. Reinders. Pirate's been shooting. He's been firing that cannon. He has not found the back of the net today. Just leaning way back there. Just leaning way back. Newcastle bring it forward here. 3.5 minutes to play. Stones will recover that, I should say. Trafford just hoofs it. Barton chests it down. But they've given it away. Giving it away, and City will just keep it. Try to keep it for the remainder of the match. They've done very well in this second half. They're very good at just killing the game. The death by 1,000 passes. And this one just has dwindled out since the third goal for City. Just kind of petered out as time's gone on. Newcastle haven't been able to offer much going forward in this second half. Foden getting on the ball here, spraying it out wide for Semenyo. 2 minutes to go. Foden makes the run into the channel, receives the pass. Back for Semenyo, cut out by Livramento, and that'll be a foul, my friend. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeedy. And let's see what Lewis has to say on the subject. Asif thinks, totally agree. Man of the match performance from Man City Savio. He is their best winger and also the first name on the team sheet for the Brazilian national team. Absolutely is. Oh, God. In the end, it's going to be a good win for Manchester City. They will go through to the quarterfinals. The quad is on for the Sky Blues as much as it is for us, and we're going to give some good ribbon to Nez, of course, because Savinho got the goal of the tournament today. What a player. Here's Shirky. It's all over but the crying. It's all over but the tears. Man City have just been passing them to death here at the end of the game. you would imagine anything at this point is simply consolation. Ake gets another kick in on Wissa as he runs by, but that should just about do it, people. Should just about do it, and it'll be Manchester City, the happier of the fans, as they head home this evening, or perhaps to the hotel. I'm not sure how far the drive is. Newcastle, Manchester might be quite a haul, and I do believe it is 10 o'clock, going on 10 o'clock. Burn almost in there at the death. There is your final whistle, people. Manchester City 3, Newcastle 1. City go on in the FA Cup. It was a good performance for about half an hour from the tune, got their goal, and then were playing well. And once they were pegged back, City never looked back. And in the end, they were able to find the quality through Marmoush. Of course, through an absolute lightning thunderbolt strike from Savinho. We'll be talking with Nez about that one on Wednesday, of course. But yeah, good win for Manchester City. I thought Newcastle gave it a go there in that first half. Did what they could, got a goal, broke the high line with Harvey Barnes. But then after City's first goal, it was pretty much done. In my opinion, Newcastle never looked like pulling it back, So in the end, Man City march on in the cup, and it was a good game, but City proved to be the victors, and they will, of course, both of these look ahead to Tuesday to the wonderful Champions League. Of course, I'm looking forward to that one as well. So if you've enjoyed it as much as I have, go ahead and smash up those likes on your way out. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. It would be an honor and a pleasure to welcome you to the community. It really does help us on our way to that 500 mark. And I want to know what you're thinking in that comments section down below. And so it's a good night for me. I hope you're well, and I hope you have a great one. You will see me next time.